Oh, hey, I'm Crisco, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Where are you at?
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, home of the Cardinals, 5-0, baby.
All right, take it easy.
I know. I know, Randy Reed. I know. Sorry about that.
Crisco Kid.
We got to bring you the best guest. As always, you know him as Cam from Modern Family. Maybe you know him as Randy Reed or some of the other characters, whatever you know him as. Eric Stonestreet is joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
What's up, buddy? How are you? You got noisemakers there and everything?
Well, hey, that's my studio audience. They're excited for you to be here as well.
I love it.
I never thought that our conversation, our first time meeting, would be over pork and the pork industry with the National Pork Board. But nevertheless, I'm glad we're here and we're meeting because you two are debunking or just putting to bed some of these rumors about the pork industry and moving forward. So let's talk about how y'all came involved together and your history as a farmer in Kansas.
Yeah, well, I grew up raising pigs around in Kansas City and went to Kansas State University, which is an agricultural school. So I've known farmers and been around farmers my whole life. And then, of course, when I was on Modern Family, they used some of my rural upbringing as part of the character of Cameron Tucker. And then when Modern Family ended and the pandemic hit, everybody was quiet for a while. And then the pork board came a calling and said, hey, you want to use your name and face to bring some positive light onto pork producers and farmers across America. And I thought, well, that was a great way to sort of come full circle in my life and give to the pork producers and farmers some of the attention I can bring to what a great job that they do.
Sometimes when you mention pork, people are like, oh, no, there's never any pork on my fork. Let me tell you, there's plenty of pork on my fork over here. But so some of the myths that you might hear, maybe about the treatment of the animals, or sometimes you hear about what they're feeding them. They just put it on the conveyor belt and however it happens, it just gets fed to them. I think there's been a lot of technological advances from what I've seen from your videos as far as the care and as far as the technology and how things are moving forward. So can you talk about that, shed some light on what the industry is actually doing to reverse that stigma that might be there?
Well, that's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to do, at least, is to make sure people have the factual information on how a modern pig farm looks and how it doesn't look, more importantly. And, it starts with things that you hear people say all the time, like, pigging out, pig sty, sweating like a pig, things like that you think, well, it's just an old saying. But the truth of the matter is it plays a part into why people may not eat pork. And what the pork board is trying to say is like, nobody's in the business of forcing anybody to do anything. But what we do want to do is make sure that if you choose to not eat pork, that you're not eating pork for the right reasons in the factual reasons, right? That's the idea, is to let people know that pigs are clean animals. Pigs don't even sweat. They don't have sweat glands. So sweating like a pig doesn't even make sense as a saying. Right. To make sure that people know that the pigs aren't themselves pigging out, that farmers feed them well ration, proportion, nutritious feed every day that's controlled by a robot basically in the sow barn or in the pig barn, that the cleanliness is held to a crazy standard. You have to shower to get in, shower to get out, wear specific clothing to make sure there's no disease walking into that pig barn. There's all kinds of things. If you visit pork.org /rural dictionary that we deal with, but those are just a few right now that we're trying to make sure people understand about modern pig farming.
Yeah, no, from Modern Family to Modern Pig Family, I like that. I like that. And I do think that is a very great campaign to really, with the Rural Dictionary and what you're doing, and just kind of reversing the way that people think about the negative connotations that are associated with pigs and with the whole pig farming in the industry. It is awesome. Congratulations on that. Now, Eric, if you don't mind, I kind of want to talk about some football here. I want to talk about what's going on with the Chiefs, because my team, we're having a great season so far. I was rooting for the Chiefs when the Cardinals are eliminated here, but you, as just a huge Chiefs fan and just sports in general, what you're thinking here? Yeah, I mean, what's happening this season?
Well, Andy Reid said it best in his press conference after the loss to the Bills, and he said, "We didn't see this coming." So I can't really say anything more than what Coach Reid said. I mean, he's got his thumb on the pulse of the team, and me saying anything and hypothesizing what's going on would be ridiculous. All I know is we're still the team that has Patrick Mahomes as our quarterback.
That's right. Come on. You can't deny it.
As our coach, and we're still the team that plays at Arrowhead. Now, we just got our butts kicked the other night by the Bills. There's no other way to look at it. I mean, you can't make excuses. They just played better, and the Bills are great. I love Josh Allen. I think he's an amazing quarterback. And, you know, I think that's because of Patrick Mahomes. I think it's because of Kansas City. You look at the league across, especially the AFC West and AFC, they're loading up on how to beat Patrick Mahomes and how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So what you're seeing across the league is the Mahomes Chiefs effect, where look at Denver. Denver has an incredible defensive backfield. The Raiders, look at how the Raiders draft. They all draft to do what? Beat the Chiefs. So we get everybody's best every week, and we just have to be
better.
We have to be better.
Yeah. There it is. Now, earlier, before we started talking, you know, we do this thing called the Pitbull experience. And we started the show with a little Pitbull, I Feel Good, because that's the vibe I got today. And, you know, speaking of the Pitbull experience, have you met Pitt before?
I have not met Pitt before, but I have been in very close proximity to Pitt. I've been around Pitbull twice. Ready for the first one?
Come on.
Sofia Vergara's wedding. He played at her wedding. Number uno.
Number one. Huge.
Number dos. After the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, Pitbull played the Chiefs after party. So those are two pretty great experiences with Pitbull.
And then the vibe, though, like we say, it's I Feel Good. It's a party. You don't stop the party. You keep going with them, right?
The dancers are incredible. I mean, you can't not dance when Pitbull comes out. So I love Pitbull. Now he's involved in NASCAR, which I love. He's part owner of a NASCAR team or owner of a NASCAR team, which I love. So hopefully I'll get to meet him sometime. I think I love listening to his music. I don't know him, though.
So, Eric, we're talking about how Pitt is involved in multiple things, as you are as well. I want to talk about the charities you partnered up with. I know you have something great happening in Kansas City, and I also know 15 for Life. But with Children's Mercy, if we can talk about that right quick. I know you guys are giving out a Jeep and doing something cool with a couple of comedian friends, Paul Rudd and Dave Keckner.
Paul Rudd and Jason Sudeikis and Rob Riggle. We're all from Kansas City. And Rob started this charity, Big Slick, 11 years ago now. We've raised over around $12 million for Children's Mercy here in Kansas City. And right now, you can go to bigslickkc.org and check out the Jeep that we're giving away. But it's great. I love doing what I can, where I can, when I can. That's my sort of feeling and advice to everybody is not everybody's going to have time to commit a bunch of time. Not everybody's going to have money to commit a bunch of money, but all of us can do something somewhere sometime.
Yeah. And you know, that's going to lead me into 15 for Life. And a lot of people think that, well, I don't have the money to donate to any of these causes, but I think more than ever, it's about time. It's about spending that personal connection with other people as much as you can. And October being, it is Depression and Mental Health Awareness Month. 15 for Life, if you can kind of expand on that, because it's just another great organization that I think you're involved with that's impacting people right now.
Yeah, well, I wish this organization never would have been founded, because it was founded after my longtime manager, who's been my friend for a long time, his brother, took his own life during the pandemic, and Steve and his family, Steve Cavavit, his name was Rob Cavavit, they decided right then and there, they're not going to hide from it. They're going to get it, going to be loud and speak to depression and mental health and try to change the paradigm a little bit and change people's perspective rather than being ashamed of it. They're going to talk about it. So they started the 15 for Life Foundation. Rob was a great lacrosse player at Syracuse, and Steve was a lacrosse player, my manager. So it has a lacrosse sort of cross brand type of thing. There's a lot of lacrosse players that have done a lot of videos for it, but yeah, you can check it out, 15 for Life. And it's just Steve's done a great job. He's just made it his mission to create a great lasting memory for his brother and to try to raise awareness and make sure people know to reach out when there's issues that you're having.
Yeah. Well, Eric, we salute you and we thank you for bringing awareness to so many different organizations and causes that you're involved with. Again, congratulations. Well, I should have said congratulations from the very beginning on your engagement. That's something to celebrate as well.
Yeah, what's up?
And this holiday season, I just want to remind everybody one more time, put some pork on the fork. And if they want to get more information about what you're doing and what the National Pork Board is doing, one more time to reverse that negative stigma with the pork industry, where can they go?
Yeah, pork.org/rural dictionary. Check it out and watch the videos. And that's absolutely right. Put some pork on the fork. I love that.
There you go. Eric Stonestreet, thank you so much for checking in this afternoon.
Yeah, see you, buddy. Thank you so much. Have a good one.